How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here. Today we're going to talk about Supergirl Season 5, Episode 18, titled The Missing Link. This episode is interesting. And not in the usual, oh, things happen, I found it interesting. No, this is interesting in the sense that it's kind of all over the place. Don't know how I'm gonna make a video on this, but we're gonna give it a shot, obviously. Let's start with Supergirl and the team. Oh, I guess we should start with Ramacon. Gemma Cooper and Ramacon. Gemma Cooper goes and frees Ramacon. And gives him a weapon that needs kryptonite to give Supergirl a bad day. Obviously, she got this from Lex. Lex is kind of sort of working with Leviathan, but also not, apparently. We don't... Well, let's be real here. We don't know what his motives are. He can say whatever they are. We don't know. And she sends Ramacon after kryptonite. Or to be more precise. So, Ramacon's plan is to get captured and sent to the DEO. He does successfully get it, and as a result of the fallout, Brainy is then essentially becomes persona non grata with the team, because Dreamer has just said, you can't play both teams, so I'm going to pick the team for you. You're not with us anymore. I understand this because Brady's been acting kind of half and half for the past few episodes. Obviously, we know he's trying to save the world, but to do so, he has to trust Lex, which is not the best idea to our knowledge, and it's this whole back and forth. Lex, the team, he's now ostracized from the team. He's not a part of it anymore. He was essentially kicked out by Dreamer, and sorry, my monitor for the Elgato is had spaces and whatnot. But yeah, so he's that. Now, Lex and Lena are in a bind because Nonna Cherry failed. And so they're trying to fix it at the prison. Unfortunately, when it failed, it created a domino effect. And now all of the prisoners are... Well, there's a prison brawl going on. And at the end of it all, Lena realizes you can't stop what is essentially human evolution. Humans are predisposed to violence. A lot of times. Even I, as a pacifist, I will sometimes find myself just clenching my fist and wanting to punch something. I don't, because I rein that thought in. But I've had years to work on that. It's not something... It's not something you can do like that. It needs to be an internal realization that violence doesn't solve anything. I know how to fight, so if I have to, I have to, but generally I'll try and go for the peaceful approach. She realizes this, and Lex reveals his true face, as it were, as the egotistical megalomaniac that he is. And Lena tells him point blank, you are a monster. That doesn't mean I have to be as well. So Lena goes and essentially apologizes to Kara. And obviously, I was like, oh no. I was like, I started grabbing onto this. It's an SD card adapter for micro SD. So I was like, I was holding on. This is on my my reaction to this depends on Kara's reaction. What does Kara do? Because you guys know, I've said it time and time again, I do not like the fact that they have made the person who is the good Luthor into a villain. Now that Lena has realized her mistake, as it were, that she had gone down a very dark path, hopefully we can go back to her being the good Luther as she was intended for the show. She was introduced as the good Luther. There was no reason whatsoever for her to become. They even showed it. Multiple instances of Kara telling her that she is Supergirl at different points of the timeline. And they wrote it in a way that it had to. She had to become a villain. No. She would have accepted it, as we saw. Because that's the normal reaction. It's a big secret. And especially with her brother, who he is. Now, hopefully, things will go back to normal. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait until next episode to see Kara's full reaction. But she does end it by saying, "Take a seat." This could mean good things in this regard. Hopefully, this entire chapter of nonsense is over with, because it was ridiculous to a point. Like, yeah, I understand being upset, but ostracizing your best friends? Just ostracizing yourself from your best friends? That's... no. Kara hid it for a reason. She was afraid. And when she said as much, that should have been it. It's a done deal. They stretched it out for way too long. Now, the rest of the episode is essentially William and Kelly, as well as Alex, and for a little bit Kara, dealing with chasing down Leviathan on their own. The result of which is William and Kelly got threatened with being fired if they try to expose Eve Tessmacher again, because they found out she works for Obsidian. William got abducted by what I'm guessing is Eve Tessmacher, and Kelly told Alex that she should just go full vigilante like James Olsen did. And honestly, I do hope Alex does go full vigilante. Mask and all. It's been a long time coming. She's no longer part of the DEO because of Lex. But yeah, overall, this episode is amazing. I'm finally glad certain aspects of this season's story are done and over with. As you guys, I'm sure, know from watching these videos. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of this episode down in the comment section down below. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time. And as always, stay bright.